Hello, my name is Shadley, and welcome back on another episode of Victoria 3 as King of Heaven. So in previous episode we started the war against Austria, which we already won the battle in there. I think it was partially because the revolution won, so they capitulate all the other wars that they were in. And thus we got the stuff already, and of course USA is still in the war against us. So they are probably gonna take the white peace soon. Like, I'm not gonna take the humiliate thing, of course. I don't have a need to take that. And their war support is going to be dropping quite heavily. Contagious Diseases Act. Ah, right. You know what? Nah. I'm not going to do that. Korea is still fairly happy, so we don't need to worry about it too much. Oh, our fleet got defeated. Alright then. So is this one still not getting any submarines? I think they still need to hire a lot more people. Ooh, rubber discovery Dahomey. Well, that's good. So I think what I'll actually do, go ahead and take the... Oh, that has already been repaired. I'm going to take the big army and just demobilize it already. We don't need it right now. And that's going to save us a lot of money and also reduce any attrition that we might be taking on those. Oh, now they're going to be doing a landing in Lazio. Well, I think they will actually take the white piece before they actually complete that. 180 battalions there, okay. Well, we've got the big fleet over here. I'm just going to go ahead and send this one back out there. And we got the smaller fleet. I suppose we can send that one out there as well. Just to delay them for a few more weeks, at least. I mean, it's going to take a while for the armies to arrive in here anyway, so I'm not too worried about it. But if we can start taking a bit of combats in here, then we'll probably be in a pretty good shape overall. Right, so the Tuscany have a bit of market access issues. I suppose that might be... Well, Tuscany case, I think it's... Oh, right, they don't have a lot of power in there. Do they have... Oh, they don't have the electric trains either. Okay, I'm going to do that one. I'm going to go ahead and put in the... power plants to use coal. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to start building as many coal mines up here in Istria as possible. There's a decent bit of population available, but we'll probably have a lot more. We could probably put in the Bessemer process as well. At least in there. Maybe, actually, we'll go with the open hearth process. Get even more steel produced. Textile mill is something that we could probably do at least a few things for. There's no power in here. Oh. We have one power plant at least. And the coal mines, well, we've got the transportation there. And we're not going to put the steam donkey, but we will use the condensing engine pump, and we'll use the dynamite there. So we'll basically get as much coal out of the Istria as we can. And then South Tyrol, is there anything that we need to worry about in here? It's not really much. That's maybe the wheat farms. Actually, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to quickly go ahead and use the reset production methods, if it's possible. I mean, these are now set to the... Yeah, we'll need to go back a little bit on the electricity use, I suppose. Maybe go with at least the street lights. Or gas street lights to provide some resource in there. And similarly, I think, well, this one's got railway. Don't have electricity there, so we'll go with the steam trains. This one doesn't even have a railway yet. Is there still something that requires electricity? Ah, right, that requires electricity. There we go. We could probably go with the tractors on a lot of the wheat farms. Actually, let's have a look at the buildings rule. So wheat farms, not going to go with the orchards. We're just going to go with the single crop. Means a bit less sugar, but that's fine. And then we're going to go with the tractors. That's going to be a decent bit more coal and engines overall. Saves a lot of tools and saves a lot of labor across the nation. So I'll just switch to those. That will help a little bit. The vineyards, we can probably go with the rail transportation, although it's not going to be too bad. So they've got 100 or 200 battalions now trying to land in here. Of course, we still got the naval combats that we can do to delay them, and I think they will probably take the... Yeah, they'll take the white piece soon. It's about 2 weeks or so. And they should be taking it. Also, we're getting the concrete fortifications now. So we did get most of the production stuff. There's nothing actually spreading there right now. Of course, we got the society techs, and we got some more military techs that we can get easily. So we'll just go with that. Well, it is already 1930 though, so I don't think we'll get too much text done from now. I mean, we'll get maybe a few here and there. So there we go. The war support is now -5. They're not quite willing to take the peace deal. It's only -12 though, so I suppose once they get to -20 or somewhere around there, they'll probably surrender. Now I suspect that our fleet will be able to at least keep them somewhat busy there for a few more weeks. And of course our troops over here should be able to defend against them relatively well. Although they might do a fairly sizable landing if we let them. Oh, but there's the concrete fortification, so extra 10% defense. That's pretty handy. And malaria prevention will be done soon. That will be rather good. Ooh, battleship is spreading. That's actually not bad. We'll go ahead and get that one. So the prestige that we get from our fleets and all that is probably not fully organized, let's just put it that way. Okay, it's -1, so next week we can take the white peace with them. Because we didn't put any war goals against the USA, admittedly. I didn't want to get too much infamy. White peace? Yeah, I'll take that. And there we are. So now we'll just need to recover the convoys and all that. Let's actually have a look. How is the... There's quite a few trade routes that aren't really as valuable right now. There's a whole lot more oil that we need, and telephones, and coal. I mean, the coal is something we are already working on quite heavily. I mean, there's already 30 being built there. Oh, right, so we built one section, and then all of those were built at the same time, essentially. Alright then. Oh, expedition proceeds without danger. I mean, it's still in grave danger, to be fair, but it's like one more success, and then we'll complete. That's not going to be too bad, I reckon. We're getting pretty good amount of money. We've got quite a bit of infamy still, but I think what we could do... Let's see. If we were to do a war against Bulgaria, would they be willing to take that? There is a good chance that they... No, they would not accept that. Actually, before we start doing any more fighting, let's go ahead and set up the armies to upgrade to siege artillery at least. I suppose that skirmish infantry could be upgraded as well. We've got the one small army over here, which doesn't have a leader yet. But I guess what we could do is just get another... This is in Italy, right? I believe so. Yeah, Italy HQ. We'll go with the Pelitian Fortress, I guess. And what we'll do is... Oh, we got 3 artillery in there. Right. Trench infantry at least, and lancers. So we'd probably just want to get... Actually, these are 5. We'll get another 2 infantry. And then we'll have a fairly solid... Well, it's a small army. We can use that in Africa, for example. In the small battles that we'll need to fight. Like Bulgaria, that's not a huge army that is needed in there. But we could probably clear that one out. Revolutionary Abyssinia diplomatic play. Alright then. Oh no, we're having shortage of oil now. Oh no. Alright then. Okay, they've got 30 battalions there. I think the Abyssinia will probably be able to deal with that on its own, to be fair. But if it seems like it's not going in their favour, then we'll probably give them a bit of support. Are we already... We are giving them... yes, we're bankrolling them already. So that's not too bad. I guess that's partially the reason why they are able to build so much. Especially armies. But also, how much is there oil rigs in here? There's 10 already. Okay, that's maximized. What about in chat and all that? That doesn't have any oil rigs built yet. That one doesn't have any available. That one's got 5 that haven't been built yet. Also 0 right now. Oh, mass conscription agitator. Alright then. 3 oil rigs in Houseland. And... Well, there could be a lot of rubber plantations in Dahomey. We don't have a lot there right now, but eventually perhaps. But we do also need a bit more rubber by the looks of it. How long until we start building the... Okay, it's going to take a while before we complete all of these coal mines. I suspect that we'll have quite a bit of stuff in here with... Oh, right, rubber shortage. Maybe we can switch these back to just the craftsmanship so we can get a little bit more production out of here without the extra costs. Infertilized rounds. Let him battle his ideas in peace away from Rome. I'm alright with that. How's the innovation? We are still at max. Oh, there's a malaria prevention. Excellent. So that's going to be the next thing spreading. International exchange. That seems like a smart idea. Because isn't that... Well, that's more minting and less interest rate. So, well, it's still good money, I dare say. The literary hasn't really improved. I mean, we did capture some lands that had not as good... Oh, right, actually, that reminds me. We should probably... Oh, that's already incorporated. Oh, both of these are incorporated already. Oh, never mind then. Oh, there we go. So an incorporated population is pretty much the entire population, isn't it? There's not a whole lot of unemployed either. There's 175,000 peasants in total and 34,000 unemployed. So combined about 210,000. Alright, I'm just going to go ahead and send this one back to the stuff there. And I suppose we can probably send this one back to Italy as well. Again, I'm not really needed in this particular revolution. There's 33 battalions. But they won't have access to all the good stuff from our market anyway, so the troops are probably going to be quite worse quality. To some degree, at least. And Abyssinia still has a very sizable army overall. I'm sure that they'll sort out that revolution soon enough. I'm looking on the coals right now, so we still need a whole lot of rubber, which might mean that especially Papal Niger might start building some of the rubber plantations now. We still need quite a bit of telephones as well, which we started producing at least some. Radios, we got a few extra. Let's actually have a look at the Navy. Is there something that I could upgrade in here? the torpedo boat into destroyer, but that's not really what we want to do. So if we wanted to get the dreadnoughts, we probably have to get rid of some of the ironclads. Okay, so we did get rid of some of them. But then let's get the... I don't actually know. There might be some... Okay, I'm just going to get rid of that torpedo boat. Those 5 are being built, so that's going to get us to 60 total. And the dreadnoughts, we got 19. I guess we'll get to, like, another 6 dreadnoughts or something. So that's going to be a bit more changes there. So we are losing a bit of prestige right now because of that. And there's the revolt in Abyssinia starting. I'm pretty sure that this one's going to be a fairly quick war, though. They got 39 battalions on the enemy side, and our side has 73. We got much higher offense than... Well, a bit higher offense than their defense. And we got the numbers advantage, so it should be fairly simple. On the other hand, the GDP has dropped below 200 again. Well, partially probably because of the lack of oil, admittedly. We could maybe increase the workplace safety conditions a bit further. That's the last... well, not the last level that we can do, but without... Oh, actually... Oh, no, we don't want to go back to legal guardianship. Never mind. I was hoping that there would be some other laws there. There's the wage subsidies, I suppose, that we could try passing. Industrialists are no longer in power. They wouldn't be too angry about it. Maybe we'll go with the wage subsidies. That does mean that the poorer population, or poorer portion of the population, will be voting, or would be voting a bit more. But there's no elections, so it doesn't really matter that much. Or at least the political power will be increased. How much that has an impact, though, remains to be seen. Oh, but there we go. The population, it is 47, almost 48 million now, so that's pretty decent. And the standard of living is 17.6, with back to 11th in the world. Which is not quite as good as I was hoping for, but it's alright in the end. And yes, our colony over here is doing a pretty good job at defeating the revolution. We're 180... Oh, right, 180 innovation. I think we may need to... No, we are still having some extra in there. Well, I mean, at least there's a good amount of research happening. Anything that's spreading in production? Nope. So yeah, we probably won't get the tier 5 techs all that much. At least in there. In military, we are going to get some at least. And society, we are maybe going to get some? I don't know. Well, we'll get the battleship first. The Abyssinian fleet still in the Mediterranean for some reason, but I guess that's alright. And yes, they are definitely doing a pretty good job on the battlefield as well. Well done. I think especially the Abyssinia was a really good idea to turn into a colony. Because they've been, other than, you know, occasional revolts and all that, they've been actually pretty good. They got a fairly strong economy already on their own, so they can provide us with a decent bit of extra money. And of course, they provide us with some crucial resources like rubber and oil. And things like dyes, and I think tea as well to some degree, and coffee, maybe. Looks like the Antarctic expedition is still ongoing. It's been going for quite a while, though. It's like, what, 10 years? And it's still ongoing. Ooh, what do we have here? Rome Citizens Association. Does look like popular with the educated class has held a salon in Rome, where Giovanella Martelli being in favour of wage subsidies as an honoured guest. We get plus 10? Oh, yeah, we'll just take the plus 10 in there right now. There's a whole lot of wars that we don't really need to take part on. So I'm just going to go ahead and declare neutrality on these. Ooh, there we go. Rubber discovered in Dahomey. How many plantations could we have in there? There was 19 already before. So now we are up to 22. Okay. There's not a whole lot of unemployed in here, mind you. There's a decent bit of industries in there, so they might not be willing to build the plantations right now. But sooner or later, they'll probably have to. Is there any other rural buildings that are not using the automated irrigation, by the way? Our ones are all using it. Okay. Not all are necessarily using the transportation, but I guess we could actually help with that regardless. Sardinia might be having... Oh yeah, the transportation cost in here is pretty high. We don't have a huge amount of power either, but if we were to go and put in the coal-fired power plants there, and then we're going to put in the electric... No, there's already electric trains there, never mind. What about at the urban centre? Automobile price actually... Well, it's actually quite high, never mind. So yeah, we could maybe put the arcades for... Well, no, that doesn't give transportation, though. I mean, we could still do it, mind you, but it doesn't actually help that much. It'll probably just reduce the amount of people that we need to produce the same amount of stuff. Which I suppose in that case, it might help a little bit. We got a bit of oil shortage on the food industry still. At least we are now getting some of the power plants and some of the barracks and naval bases. Those will start sorting out the situation. Industrial boom. Venetia, you know what, we'll get the +2 in standard living in there. It's a decent chunk of the population, so if we can increase the standard living here, yeah, it's 19.8 now. That's pretty good. Average there. And we got 17.9, so we're now back in the top 10. I'm guessing the war is, well, it's not over yet. But the enemy's war support is dropping down rather rapidly. It's about 6 points per week. Possibly even faster. I mean, they are also losing a lot of the combat in here, but there's just not quite enough progress in there, so maybe we'll just go ahead and take the smaller of the two big armies. The 60 battalion one. We'll just send it in there. That's a little bit with the front. It might not get there in time, admittedly, because it's a bit of a long distance. Coffee talk. Wage subsidies was on everyone's lip in every coffee house afterwards. Andreas Lari was ready to cross the intelligentsia to help pass the law. We'll welcome the change of heart, or shield him from any intelligentsia blowback. But we'll welcome this change of heart. Ah, trade routes from Baden. Oh, okay. Yeah, I guess we can cancel that one. We don't really need to import that much coal from Russia anymore. We are increasing our own production quite a bit. And I suppose that one's not really profitable. So we'll remove at least a few here and there. So yeah, it's going to take quite a while for our army to arrive in here. I mean, actually, yeah, 80 days. I'm not going to be there for a while then. But at least in Oromia we are, well, rather Abyssinia is doing a pretty good job there. Oh, well, there we go. 213 million GDP. So we're number 3 worldwide. Oh yeah, we're taking... Oh, Great Qing and Anglo-Indian... Ah, right. Because British Raj or India is having a revolution right now, so that's causing some issues there. We probably won't be catching up with France or French Republic or Great Britain, but, you know, they've also got quite a bit high populations. So I'm not too worried about it. I think after the war in Abyssinia, we might go ahead and clear out Sokoto and Bagirmi, sorry, and maybe Wadai and Darfur. Just, you know, take all of this free real estate in here. At least most of it. Oh, they're actually losing a battle there. They are winning another one elsewhere. So maybe there is a chance that our troops will get in here in time and then just break the enemy. Although, I suppose they're still losing their war support rather rapidly. And thus, it's, yeah, capitulation decides 1:33. So, 5 weeks and they'll surrender. With this speed, maybe even less. Another coffee talk. We'll welcome this change of heart. So now we've got 61% chance of passing the, or progressing on the wage subsidies law at least. I'm going to take the Suez Canal off the priority list here, same with the Panama Canal, because I don't think I'll be doing those. And established colonial administration, that is something that we'll keep in there. And there we go, that's one rebellion done. And we've got 218 million. I suppose the oil production is probably going to start kicking up a notch soon enough again. Right, so do we have, I suppose Sokoto would be an easy one. But I guess we could do a quick war against Bagirmi. They will not accept. It's 6 infamy. Sure. We got the 10 battalion army in here, which we can now use as the primary fighting force. And they will be going through Sahara here. There we go. Or Central Sahara, even. Or I suppose, would that be... yeah, I'd say it's Central. Well, we're having some troops moving through there. I'm guessing the infrastructure levels, it's not too bad. Especially in Chad, it's actually pretty good. Do they have any... Oh, they got 4 levels of railway there. Well, I suppose that does make a bit of difference, doesn't it? Oh, have we started getting the flotillas up? Oh, there we go. We are starting to get some submarines now. Very good. And then this one's getting a little bit of dreadnoughts, I suppose. Still one more. They're slightly bigger fleets. I don't think anyone's willing to join in for this one, because they can't really send troops to help directly. An obligation with Papal Abyssinia. Oh. No, I think we can absolve the obligation. We are going to continue funding them anyway. Which, to be fair, we are paying quite a bit on the diplomatic backs already. Well, you know, it develops the colonies. And I don't need to worry about the day-to-day interactions with the local populace as much. or worry about like which states are incorporated and which ones are not. But I dare say it's been a relatively successful playthrough for sure. I mean, there's a lot of things that we could have done, but I didn't want to go on like painting the entire world in green, in this case at least. So we do a decent bit of colonialism in here, in Africa especially. There's this one that I want set to be advanced in the front, so this should be fairly easy. Oh yeah, they've got what? Line infantry maybe? Yes, line infantry. Oh, and there seems to look like some of the allied troops are now arriving to the front line as well. So it's probably going to be quite quick fighting in here. I'm not doing any construction work right now. Maybe I should do a little bit more. Looks like coal price is still a bit on the high end. Are we building any... Oh, actually, let's have a look. We've got 1 million population in here already. Seems like there might be... Oh, yeah, there's a whole lot of people working at the coal mine. But there might be quite a bit of a requirement for other tasks. That is already steamships. Did they have... Oh, military shipyard. Yeah, there's also the steamers. Furniture, I don't suppose I can do much. I mean, unless we can get a lot of... We've got some power in here, actually. I'm going to go have the electric street lights in there. I'm also going to put in the coal-fired power plant in here, so that's going to be even more power produced. And the railway, it's we can probably put the electric trains. Just mean that we'll probably need another power plant at Libya, but that's alright. So now we've got the 44 coal mines in here. They're pumping out as much stuff as they can. Essentially, anyway. That was wrong. So the 4th Army has returned, while our battle in Africa is about to start again. And then I suppose after this war, we could maybe do another war against Wadai, I think? Yeah, we don't have a truce with them anymore. So we could conquer that one. And then maybe we'll do Sokoto, and that's probably going to be the end of conquest in... Well, maybe we'll do Darfur as well. But that one's not going to be too much of a priority. We've got 87% literary rate. I don't think we'll be able to get any higher than that, realistically speaking. Well, like, at least not higher than 90%. Because we can't increase the institution level any further. And that reduces the education access quite drastically. Oh, there we go. Workplace Safety Office to level 4. So the mortality rate should be going down even further. Oh, and there's the battleships unlocked. Very good. I wonder what's going to be spreading next. Or maybe we'll go into production after the exchange rate. And I don't know. Also, about would be quite handy. Compression ignition could be quite handy. Let's see. So there's the diesel pumps for the mines and the diesel trains for railways. But we don't really have that much oil production. Flash freezing is kind of... Oh, well, it would reduce some of the workers, but it's not really that important. The arc welding would be quite handy for both the ships and construction. I think we'll actually just go for... Oh, there's nothing spreading in military either. Huh. Well, I suppose, yeah, there's not a lot of options. I'll just go with the NCO training, actually. Get this quad infantry. Not that we'll necessarily utilize it, or have time to utilize it, but that's alright. Ooh, modern battlefield tactics. Oh, right, because we just got the tech down. Right, so in that case, let's stop that one and get the battle fleet tactics. So we'll get a better training law for naval bases, I suppose. Speaking of which, we've got over 3,000 prestige now. Pretty impressive, actually. We've got the submarines in there. I don't suppose I can upgrade any of the light ships to cruisers. I'm going to go ahead and remove the torpedo boats. I'm going to go ahead and get a little bit of these. And what do we have? Idle hands. The closing of workhouses with the abolition of the poor laws has some cities concerned about increased crime rates, as the poorest members of society will no longer be contained in these institutions. So either, well, armed forces are and civic nobility aren't really a problem. Petty bourgeoisie is still fairly happy, so we're going to take the minus 10% success chance. We've got 13.3 million loyalists, and we've got less than 500,000 radicals, so I think we've got the population mostly quite happy with this situation. And there's a whole lot of... Oh, what's this then? Revolution in South Africa. Alright then. Remember, I thought that was North Korea, to be fair. I'm saying declare neutrality on all of those conflicts. Because we've got our own thing in here, which, to be fair, is... Can I assign you? Well, I suppose no, I can't send you back to any other area. But I guess this war is going to be done soon enough. It might take a while. So would I? Can I? I don't think I can declare war on you yet, no. We need to get one war sorted first before we can declare another one. But taking that one, maybe Darfur. Is that? Oh, there's still a little bit area that could be colonized. Alright then. So most of Central Congo or Central Africa over here is still uncolonized. Well, that's too bad. How much are they losing? They're losing 14 points of wall support per week. So oh, oil discovered in chat. Okay, it was already, what, 9? So now it's 10. Okay. There's an extra oil rig there that they could build, but of course there's not... Well, there's actually some peasants in there. But they haven't seen a need to build them, I suppose. Not yet, at least. Well, there we go. 18.1 standard oil living now. It's probably not going to be the highest that we've ever had. Well, I know that it's not the highest that we've ever had, but it's decent enough. We've got a bit of peasants in here. I'm going to go out and get a couple logging camps. Are these set to... Okay, they will require some electricity, which means that we'll need to get the power plant in there. Oh, low progress of voting. Excellent. And this one's going to be coal-fired power plant. There's a whole lot of fleets just sitting in here. Right then, just escorting convoys. From the ground up, a Lobo man has risen as the popular leader of the intelligentsia, with some not so pleased by such social mobility. So he has earned his job. A touching story indeed, but he doesn't deserve special treatment. I'd say he hasn't earned his job, probably. Wow, there's a whole lot of support for universal suffrage. I don't know if we really need to worry about it too much, though. Trade unions are still... Well, they are influential, at least. They got 7.5% of the clout. Well, I guess we could propose the peace deal now. And I can always just go ahead and give that to Niger. They can take care of that. They already own a part of that state anyway. So Wadai, I could do a war against you now. A 7.6 infamy. They would not accept that. I guess that's alright. I'm just going to go ahead and send in the small army out again as soon as we can. So we don't need to activate too much, and it's fairly cheap. Also getting quite a bit of money right now. The investment pool is running a little bit low. Oh, Trans-Arctic Mountains. We'll just take the known route. Which is what I get a little bit of progress in here. I do not want to take any more danger than is required. Alright, so we are getting the scout cruisers in here now. That would be quite handy. At least that fleet will be slightly bigger. And the army is already heading south. What do we have in here? So oil is pretty high. Oh, Sardinia and South Tyrol are having some infrastructure issues. So Sardinia, I suppose what... I'm guessing it's infrastructure because we've got the convoys. We'll get a couple ports in here, actually. To get more convoys and get the infrastructure in there. And then over here, I guess we've got... Oh, we don't even have a railway. Well, that's a bit of a problem then. Get that underway. There's so many different conflicts in here that are brewing up. Getting a bit ridiculous. Well, they have irregulars as far as I can tell. I don't think they'll give up either, but, you know... Oh, right. So that's a bit easier, but that's not our problem. Oh, Communist Australia. Wait, wasn't Australia already... Or did they have some sort of change of heart there? No, they're constitutional monarchy again. Oh, and there's wage subsidies now. There we go. It doesn't actually increase the cost, I don't think. Not too much, anyway. But it will... Oh. Actually, how's the clout now? So, Roman Curia has 42%. Pretty decent. Industrialists are still fairly strong. But they're not in the government right now. We've got 96%. Actually, no, are they in the government? No, they're not. We've got a fairly good legitimacy, at least, so that's good. And our troops are now ready to clear out Wadai. Did we, by chance, inherit some more empty armies? We did. I'm going to delete that one. Infertile grounds. Yeah, you can go elsewhere. I'm not going to start supporting any of these agitators. We don't really need to. Right, so everyone's going to be declaring neutrality very shortly. And we're going to do this one. I want to Darfur. I could, well, I suppose it could be a bit tricky. Got fairly high infamy, so they are a bit aware. I might be... Oh, hold on a minute. No, I can't invite them into the market, so... They probably are still isolationist. Yes, there's isolationist, so I can't invite them into the market, so we'll just have to conquer them and add them into the market that way. And there's the war. Should be fairly straightforward. We got the first battle already mostly done, and there's the international exchange standards. That's going to give us a bit more money. We can probably go ahead and... We'll do something in the production tech. We'll get the ignition. And then in society there's going to be something... that is going to... I suppose it's going to be the Zeppelins, isn't it? I guess we'll get that one in then. Yeah, that is spreading. So there's 66% support for the universal suffrage. And I know there have been some people imploring me to enact that in the comments. Quite a few episodes ago already. But probably not going to do that. Unless there's like a lot of radicalism or something like that. Like, sure enough, it might increase the loyalists that we get from this. Oh yeah, that would be actually 4.5 million more loyalists. There we go. We occupied Wadai already. So it's just going to be a matter of time before they surrender. And then there's a little bit of colonization that we might be able to do in there. Yeah, that's a decentralized power. So yes, there is a bit of colonization that could take place in there. I'm alright with that. But I do see that we are actually out of time for this episode. So if you enjoyed this, please leave a like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't already. Also, check out the links down below in the description. But other than that, thank you very much for watching. Until next time, bye.